Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. We're here and we're live, and it's a Monday. Boom. We had a wee bit of Monday fun last week, and I'm kind of feeling that same way again. This week, we've got a lot of stuff to get just kind of through today, and always when I'm sitting here doing this stuff at my desk, I'm like, why the hell are we not doing this together? So I just thought we'd flip on live and loud. Good to see a bunch of you here live on arrival, so fist bumps to you all. Great to see you all. It's been a big weekend, hasn't it? By the way, you know, like for me, from a Celtic point of view, Friday was explosive, and also we had the deadline show. We had lots of good Friday night football action. All the same, I found myself watching some Bundesliga action, which was good fun on Friday. Celtic was kicking off on the late kickoff on Saturday night, which was a really weird way to write off a day. Like I thought Celtic under the floodlights is normally something I look forward to, but late kickoff on a Saturday, I don't know. It just didn't vibe with me. I'm not looking forward to any repeat of it. I like Celtic playing early, you know. I like that. If I've got a Celtic game to get set for, so 5 teams and otherwise, I don't want to be waiting all day, you know. So that was a really weird Saturday. I woke up this morning to NYC beating Philadelphia in the playoffs, through to place Miami in the next round, which is a good buzz. And Sunday, I didn't catch the game, but there was enough highlights to go around, which was brilliant for Fenerbahce. Coming from 2-0 down, did they win 5-2 in the end? Tedesco, he knows how to attack, man, and Fenerbahce have been good fun this year. So on top of that, there was a bunch of other stuff that happened, obviously, in like Spain, England as well. But they're the main things that jumped to my mind. But yesterday as well, we had the deadline. Sorry, the light here is kind of all over the place with time of the year and whatever. I will need to fix that. With the MFL squad, we had to get that for the community team up to being at least 11 players. We got it up to more than that now, which is good. The transfer deadline is 3 days away, so if you're a channel member, we still need to build the team out. We're looking quite strong in a 4-2-4 type shape here, but we still need some more centre mids to kind of upgrade us a little bit. Any more depth in and behind this tactic and this formation will be fine. Left mid, right mid is okay. Like if we get a right mid, we can use them. That's kind of what I mean by that. And yeah, we need a better keeper probably. One of the most exciting elements of the weekend for me, if I could jump in and have a look here. So we had the last attempt at France. I didn't hit it, I'm sorry to say. So France has been a wash. In La Liga, I smashed it, which was brilliant. But sadly, I don't think anyone on the Duo Connect hit it either. Which is a real shame. Now sadly in Holland, I'll show you this as well, but I was just a little bit short. Opta might still save us, the deadline isn't in yet, but Katak 11, GG's to you on your 386. WJ Paisley actually tagged me on Twitter, GG's to you, you got 412. And I think someone else, look at us now on 406. Jalfrezi and Rico, man, making the top 5. 6 now with Coaster here. 7 Hurley, I don't know. So 7 of these hit it. Sadly, in France, I didn't, and it's been a wash. I'm very sorry for that. Or was that a mixture of France and Holland, actually? Oh, it was. Yeah, that was a mixture of France and Holland. So sad that we never got there in the end. But next week, we've got another stab at it with everyone in Team La Liga and everyone in Team Holland to go at it again. And yeah, so we'll have that to look forward to, which is cool. And maybe we'll have a Premier League one right around the corner as well. It's the kind of feeling, isn't it? Black Friday, Christmas time and all that good stuff. So, yeah, wee bit of wins. I've got 3 thresholds or 3 streaks caught this weekend, which was cool. And yeah, I was really glad I got all of them over the line. Premier League, nothing really happened. I don't think Monday night will really save me anywhere. Unless Grealish and Ndiaye absolutely rip it up. But yeah, France. And the funny thing about this team against both game weeks is it kind of had, like, the theory was right and the team was really close, but you know, the things you need to happen in football just quite simply didn't. Like Teze on a nice wee 60, even Rongier on a 54. If Tovan brings in a captain-worthy score, this team looks a lot more differently. You're probably still asking for maybe one more decisive on top of that. But yeah, fixtures were good enough, but sadly, yeah, we just never really picked the guys out of it. So I'm really gutted that never worked out. The Spain one was kind of saved by multi-entry, and I had a great question from someone. I think it might have been, I want to say Wakey. But I might try and demonstrate that kind of chat with a wee bit of Sociedad, because I was thinking about, and even with New York actually, but it's less point doing it with the MLS team. But I was chatting about like the kind of topic he'd raised was like the multi-entry, just with duplicate cards. You know, really, yeah. This lighting is really killing me, isn't it? I've just kind of seen the camera here, so I'll try and sit up a wee bit in case that helps. But I think Sociedad's a pretty good example. Also, the fourth team is an absolute write-off. So if we had some duplicates where, like, I think ideally when you're covering a squad, you do want to have a lot of variations. But like, I could have easily put Brais Mendes in every team. I would have probably put Sergio Gomez in a lot of, and would have put him in more than two teams actually. Maybe not, but I would have certainly used Brais in more than two. I would have certainly used Oyarzabal a second time quite gladly. So this is something I'm now starting to think about in terms of this degen situation, is like really kicking it in, because it does have 5% collection. So picking up another Oyarzabal makes a lot of sense. It's a very useful card, so on and so forth. I do like the keeper play that we've had here, because the goalkeeper's like 48, Alex Ramiro is like fine, isn't it? But we've needed a 58 from Sorare at the very last, with some nice scores as well. It's pushed us quite high. So I do quite like the mixing up of the keeper element. In a league like La Liga, maybe even Bundesliga, that would be a kind of viable strategy as well. Probably them all, in fact, really thinking about it. Bundesliga, a 380, which 400 the rare is the target. No decisive for Rom. I think that's the difference, really. If Rom gets a decisive, we're on 100, we're cooking. And yeah, we'd have pretty much just about, yeah, we would have done it quite cleanly. Everything else was kind of fine. Damon, the hero, Reader. And you know, Asllani played alright. I watched the game Friday night. But Reader and Asllani have been downscored like 3 times. Asllani finished the 90 minutes on 46. I'm pretty sure yesterday was 41 and today's 39. Reader, something quite similar. In fact, I think he finished the game on a 44. Now finds himself at 39. But again, talk about close margins. Unerstal loses the clean sheet, I think right at the very end, wasn't it? And then Hrustic here with a negative decisive cancelling out his positive decisive. And we're only 4 points short. Again, I'm not ruling out Opta comes to our saviour here. I did hit the streak, so that's kind of like a small silver lining on the whole strategy. But yeah, we hope Opta comes to our rescue here, saves us for 4 points, and gets us over the line. NYC stuff is kind of alright. Again, like this would have been... Again, there's no... The problem with this is the idea of multi-entry for this one was to try and cover the forward headache by getting another Hannes Wolf. But it turns out Julian Fernandez at 35 was actually a slightly better play. Really, the trick would have been getting Maxi Morales, Thiago, and Fernandez Marcao, the 3 of them in a team with threes. It would have been fine. But sadly, I never quite got those 3 together, which is a shame. But hey ho, it is what it is. Fernandez Marcao doesn't have a forward card, and neither does Maxi Morales. In playing them and Thiago without it being a double defence play, it would have been, yeah, I don't know, maybe it would have happened to me. I just can't imagine it really. Classic team didn't do much. And yeah, contender, so glad that this did well this weekend. We're set up on another streak, which is great. And MLS, we were on streak 4. I needed to hit 450 points, and we hit 422. So we needed the perfect combo. And yeah, like somehow, like Maxi Morales, Raul Gustavo, it's only an uplift of 14 points, which gets us before bonuses to 438. And then you need to pick the right captain, which is Thiago, which again is a very unlikely shout, isn't it? You're maybe more likely to captain the Freeze, which is the second best captain pick, but it was maybe just about feasible, but like such a long shot of a combination of a situation to hit the 450 with New York, so that's just, it's not a power stack, is it? And I think I'm just kind of trying to highlight that here. But the thing with this week is Celtic away, like, are kind of funny now, aren't they? Fenerbahce were away, but they expect to be dominant team stacks, and the strategy I tried to take this week was D1, just pick the best 5 I possibly could. Bad captain choice, but otherwise I can't really captain hindsight that team too much, because like Sané at home, he did bring in massive, almost 20 AA, you know. And yeah, different captain choice. We're looking at winning the division probably. 83 points off the top, maybe not quite. 27 points gets us 4th, which I think with a different if we went Asensio captain, we gained 25. So yeah, we would probably just about get 4th if we went with that. But then we had a Celtic stack and we had a Fenerbahce stack. Now sadly, none of them in particular really clicked. Ederson kind of let the team down here, whereas again, wrong captain choice and really no decisives for Celtic to go around. So yeah, both of them kind of went meh and D2 side by side almost. And the D3 team, again, was a kind of Celtic depth effort, wasn't it? Limiteds. We were going after a limited streak as well, 380. And yeah, just no decisives for the team really. 317. If Captain Armstrong had did well, or Kenny, it wasn't too far off, I don't think, in the grand scheme of things. Archie Brown was quite far down the pecking order. It'd been nice, and Mitov, probably should have had both of them. I say probably, Casper's Casper, isn't he? But it's feasible we could have hit that limited threshold if we'd built the team a little bit differently. And then the rest of it, I don't think is like streak based or road to glory involved at all. It's all my classic stuff, isn't it? Yeah. So don't need to worry about that today. Just thought I would kind of go through those connect things and the little streaks I've been hitting. So we've hit 3 of them: the Contender Rare, Limited La Liga, and Limited Eredivisie. So we've clicked up a few quid. We've got a wee bit of DGen cash in the wallet, which is all good fun and games. I've jumped ahead and already kind of built my teams for the midweek. Now, Europa League thankfully has a later deadline, but I kind of need to lay the chips out there so that I know what fodder I've got to play in All-Star, because firmly midweek All-Star is promotion only, not playing any D1s. If anything's not in D1, we're playing it, and we're going to try and get promoted that way. So that's kind of the midweek strategy coming into tomorrow's kind of afternoon deadline. I know there's some stuff to do today, but I've just had a kind of passing glance, and then I can edit it and tweak it on later. But again, I'm really looking forward to this with the streaks building up. Obviously, we don't have any streaks to attack in the midweek, but Celtic and Fenerbahce feels like a really good double stack, and nice start this weekend, and hopefully Celtic's results can pick up a little bit and I can continue to kind of nail in some combos. Like 4 teams here for midweek. Pretty good packing players for me, like in the competitions we're in. I know Celtic Feyenoord is a bit of a long shot in itself, and there's a lot of action in that, but Fenerbahce at home scoring goals, and then a lot of the other pieces are just fun. So and I haven't even got to the weekend, obviously that's too far away to even think about just yet, but yeah, I'm having a good time, man. I've had a good weekend, had a lot of goals, and that's the thing, man, when you've got teams going off. Sorry, I'm going to sneeze. And you've got lots of goals to follow. Like, particularly for me, Fenerbahce this weekend was really fun. Sociedad as well was a lot of fun. Like Soler and Guedes, I think, linked up for a goal. That was great fun to see. And I can't remember exactly how all the assists went. Goroksategui maybe was the one that set up Braze. I can't remember. Oh no, I think he set up Baranashia, because I think his assist came quite late in the game. But anyway, when they're like all assisting each other and stuff, it's just brilliant. It's just some buzz. You know your team's going to do well, and you're having a good time. And yeah, I really felt that as well with the Challenger stuff, because that's where all my main resources have went. I need a big win in this division, and the MLS one on a budget got close to really hitting big and really paying for itself. It's not quite done that yet, I don't think. With the little wins we're picking up here, we've got another playoff round to go. It'll be interesting to tally this up at the end of the MLS season, just how this went for me, and particularly winning a second freeze has been fun, and it's actually helped me to a fair bit, it turns out, so that's been a bit of a W. If it happened earlier in the season, we might have felt it a bit better. Same with some of these late card releases we never got, like Markout and Gustavo. But that's been a kind of budget effort, whereas this is the same type of strategy, but really dialed up to 10. Not only is the Celtic stack and the New York stack equivalency, like more expensive and you expect it to be harder hitting, but also introducing just some of these other random players and even the secondary kind of lineup in the Fenerbahce to kind of just, spread your risk and, chances of success elsewhere. So, yeah, I'm hopefully going to be kicking into a nice wee fun period of this now. And I really like how they work together midweek as well. Thanks very much, Grim. But yeah, we've got Liam Pev here. We've got Sam D, Hoodwink, Sorare Holland, Harry Trudes, Mikey Baston, Sorare with Laird. Good to see you, D1872. It's funny how it's all the wee ats that are in the chat. SR Dimebar, Babe Jowski, Mikey Baston, Finley on Sorare. Hello, mate. Any recommendations for Streak 5 next game week for Premier? Was saved by a Forest defence stack in my 4th lineup on the 4th streak. Miracle. Love to hear that, Finley. I've not quite got to the weekend yet, but yeah, if we have a look at the weekend, I'll certainly look at that for you. I think he got unlucky with Sergio Gomez. Yeah, he's been obvious captain most of the season because he's just been solid for AA, played 90 minutes quite often. But yeah, even that different captain choice would have been fine. I was kind of biting my nails on sorry I'm not getting trounced. I know that wasn't likely, but when you need a goalkeeper to bring in 28 points or whatever it was, You just get nervous, man. So it was great to see that he brought it in. He was holding on to that clean sheet for a fair length of time as well. And that would have been fun. We're getting one team moving into D1 now, a second one into D2. So the Sociedad D-Gen situation is kind of moving on, which is fun. And yeah, like with this little bit of, so I've got £22 in the bank from the streaks already. And we're going to get another $150. We'll see what that converts into in pounds, maybe another 110 or something. So, you know, it's the festive season. I'm in half a mind to withdraw, something like that. But, you know, maybe there's just another wee thing to get. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I missed my La Liga streak because EC Payazon missed the penalty. Oh, that the Frutos won. Gutted. Nothing worse than... And again, that's something that's plagued Sorare managers for years, is the penalty one being subject to conversion, you know. So, yeah, I feel your pain there. Tim, good to see you. Daniel Page, any giveaways or cards? I don't know about giveaways today. I've certainly not got any spare cards. Those days are long gone. Cards are active. And, you know, actually, are we time for this now? So, I did say this a few weeks ago or whatever, but I do like to spend some time every once in a while in the vault, you know. I just like to go in there, just see what's on the shelf. Has anyone becoming valuable again? Is anyone becoming useful? You know, what's going on there? How long can I next unpop somebody? We're quite comfortably in this 5% mark, but I've got a second of Rocky up my sleeve that's just been sitting in here on 5 points. Can I unlock him yet? Oh, 1.5 hours. Okay. I seen it yesterday and it said I could do it today, so I thought it might have been ready now. But Big Naroki's came out of nowhere, so he'll be coming out the vault next. Animated edition as well, which is fun. But I recommend it for any of you out there that have not checked the shelves on your vault. Have a wee nosy in there, just see if anyone's playing. Are they, you know, a goalkeeper? Maybe he's got a wee bit of action perhaps, or anything else. Just have a wee double check anyone you could be using, because if you've got a big vault especially, you might forget what's in there. And you never know. If someone doesn't show up in your lineup builder, sometimes you've just got no Scooby-Doo clue what they've been getting up to. It's funny to see my rares kind of categorised by this. I think I mentioned it somewhere, but I got a Craig Gordon animated card right before the weekend, and when I seen Lucas Nemeka was in the starting lineup for Leeds at the weekend, I had to buy him. Lucas Nemeka has been one of my favourite. It was one of my favourite super rares for so long. Big fan of this guy. 2 starts, 2 goals. Did you ever doubt it? The guy's number one problem is fitness. There is no problem with him in front of goal. Honestly, I've seen this guy score all types of goals. He's a great striker play. Lovely build-up guy. And yeah, I think he's like, how old is he now? 26. He's just spent so long on the treatment table, and 2 games, 2 goals. A $5 for an in-season rare. Sign me up. Obviously fits into that German under-21 strategy we were chatting about not too long ago. And if I look at my in-season Prem, there's a little flimsy spine here. Now, do you know who else who scored at the weekend, by the way? Who might be prime for a bit of degenning? Some of you in the Telegram group will know already, because I was celebrating it when I seen it. Off the bench, back in action, Enes Unal. £1 for the classic, which I'm probably not going to go for. Oh my god. Yeah, we're buying that. Jersey number. Oh, if only, mate. Are you for realsies? Are you for real, man? Oh, come on, caveman. What are we doing here? Ah, oh, caveman, what are we doing here? Has the man got Twitter? He's got Discord. Oh, yuck. Guys. Wow. Look at this guy's Hall of Fame, by the way. We'll just mag in case some of you guys haven't seen this kind of stuff before, but it's all player edition cards. Signed is what this is. Goncalo Ramos, Eric Garcia, Noppert, Star Tour, and Hermans, maybe lesser known. Let's try and find this guy. Where's Discord again? Discord. And then how do we message people? I don't know how you're meant to message people. But I normally do friend requests and then do it from there. I don't know how you're meant to do it. So maybe you can help me here. Friend request sent, and then you go to pending. What was the guy's name again? ROCH, and it's O the number. I think it might be view all requests. Okay, whatever. Yeah, that's it there, isn't it? Boom. Message. Hey mate. I'll buy your Unal jersey number, but I have cash, no beef. Let's see if he comes back. Now Laird thinks it was Pogba. Now Pogba coming back was a big... Oh! I know what he's going to do here. You're not giving me it. You're not giving me it. I will buy it from you. I'm not... I cannot possibly accept that. I will buy it from you. That's a result. So that's cool. Wee bit of DJing action. We all love it. We're all here for it. And looks like we've got a bit of a support group for it. Which is just typical. So yeah, we've got a wee bit of a quiet, cheap in-season Prem thing on the go. Very flimsy, it must be said, because Robertson and Hickey are not playing. So we maybe need to keep our eyes out for defence. But the other thing I've got an issue with... sorry, not defender. What am I doing? Premier. It means we went into Discord for nothing. Yeah, so none of these guys are starting regularly except for Unal. Pardon me, for Nemeka. And Unal's a bench guy as well. But we're slowly getting there. Like, because look at the price of the squad so far. Unal's like £6-7. Nemeka £5.50. If we get to streak 2, this team's cool straight away, you know. And Unal and Nemeka's a bit of fun. But in-season Scottish cards, by the way. In-season Scottish cards. We need a wee bit of that. Fix the magnification here. We'll go back. Wee bit of D. And another. So we'll look at Pogba in a second, right? But you guys will know this as well. I was teetering on the edge. Oh, it's actually gone from the page, isn't it? But Maxi Bayer was a tenner, and I was so close to picking him up in rare for Bundesliga. He scored at the weekend, I'm fairly certain. Card edition, jersey edition. Still transferring, cool. I'll leave this tab open, and we'll go get another one. I'll definitely buy that off you, there's no problem with that. Good to see you, Smegma. You as well to get a rare in-season gun. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. Again, I'm not in a rush to do that, but he's not going to play football anytime soon. So this isn't a card that I think the price of is really going to move in any way, shape or form. £7. Does it get much cheaper? Maybe. Oh, Basil's got an unopened one. Yeah, maybe I'll just buy Basil's. So I've already got the Gordon. Yeah, let's do that. That makes sense. In-season keeper. Let me take that off screen. Because me and Laird were chatting about this last Monday on the Sorare channel. Somebody asked a question about World Cup. I know Scotland are going now. You know, there's still playoffs. Not all teams are there. You know, some people have got to go the long way around. America know that they're going to be there. Canada know they're going to be there. Obviously, the hosts, and there is a bunch of other teams, obviously. But we'll open this gun. That's me paid it and done the code. But we'll open the gun. And hopefully this is a special edition. Because I don't think in-season wise there's much I can get. It's maybe not loaded in yet. We've got Christie, we've got Robbo, which is pretty big. I've got Tierney, which is decent. I've got a Hanley, which is fun. We can't get a McTominay. We can get McGinn. We can't get Ferguson. We can't get McLean. Can't get Gilmore. So yeah, it's Christie and McGinn. Classic obviously can be anyone. And then in-season forward is Doak only, really, isn't it? Or Shankland. Or yeah, that's it. Maybe like Hurst or something like that, but I doubt it. Yeah, I seen Connor Hazard start. I did see that. I think he is playing for Plymouth, isn't he? But they're in League One, so you know we don't really care. But again, he's a guy that's in the vault. Oh no, this isn't the vault. Sorry, that's the reveal button. He's not in here yet. But if we look at the vault, was it a scored match? Because I think I didn't see it when it caught my eye when we were on this page a minute ago. Oh, it did, yeah. He did play. Is that Luxembourg? Yeah, fair play. Be Connor Hazard. No rush to get that out the vault. We want the Rocky out, I think, next for sure. So yeah, we've got a wee bit of DGen Scotland in season action. So that Gunn and the Gordon, like whatever happens with the goalkeeper situation between now and the World Cup, we're going to be cool with. And Gunn is in season Premier League, so if something was to happen to the Forest goalkeeper thing, this little budget strategy could get off the ground, because I don't actually have a Premier League keeper, and the only Premier League keeper, so again, if some of you guys are new around here, you might not know this or whatever, you probably do, but I like to kind of buy from this tapestry of collections I've already got on the go, and the only kind of ins I've got to a Premier League goalkeeper is either Marmadashvili in this Valencia collection, which isn't great because Alisson's back now, or Kelleher in the Liverpool collection. I've got the Doak from, which is probably buried quite low down here. The Man City collection, Ederson's obviously left. Ortega Moreno doesn't play. I don't think I really have any other collections that have an into a Premier League goalkeeper in any way. So where the hell's this Doak? There it's there. So I've got my classic Doak, which is fine, but I'll need an in-season one probably. And then yeah, it's this Kelleher I'm after. There's only two of them. He's not particularly expensive. I'm kind of wanting... this is limited, isn't it? Yeah, it's limited, 30 quid in season. I don't know why it showed me that when I'm looking at classic rares, but okay. So I've kind of got that on my list as just a general like gallery piece to have, just a bit of in-season utility or a bit of Premier League action. Because classic we play champ, it's not been pertinent, and I've not really had an entry price for him that I've been into. So I've kind of got that in the back burner as well. McSauce could be on the move in January. Do you think so? I did see some Premier League teams were sniffing around him, but it would need to be to win the Premier League. I think it would need to be Arsenal. I'm not sure who else is directly in for him, but he's not going to go to Liverpool. He's not going to go back to Man United. Would he go to Chelsea? Hard to say. But nah, I don't think he leaves Napoli anytime soon, man. He's never had it so good. Why would he run away? You know? But yeah, I don't think I've got any other sort of... And it's fun that Gordon kind of helps a wee collection accidentally with those two standalone cards I've got. So yeah, I think the other one... I was looking at Ederson Classic as well because of that Man City collection. I'm not in a mad rush for that, but something I might look at. Everton? Yeah, that's not happening. Like, that's not happening. Pug's got one at 20. Yeah, I'll be getting some prize money. I kind of want if I'm going to get an in-season McGinn, I kind of want a special edition one. Like animated. I'm not sure he has many of them, but 6 animated. No early accesses left. They've all been opened. Yeah. 2 glitch balls, 2 legacies. 3 legacies, in fact, 1 matrix. So he's got a little subset of cards himself. The jersey edition, I'm sure will be lovely. Yeah, number 7's cool. That's owned by Reedy. Yeah, hard to imagine these cards are going to move ever. 3-4 months bet with their owners. That's a bit of a shame. So yeah, we're probably not going to get a special edition McGinn unless they do some sort of other service, other edition. So hey, okay, well, ship sailed, I guess, on that. But yeah, we'll try and get one of them. On the 4-streak and Challenger next week, pretty huge for the size of my gallery, but there's some tough fixtures for it. It was linked to Newcastle and he's open to the move apparently. Interesting. Newcastle, I could see him like completely fitting in there. Play style, attitude, like everything. Like, I think Newcastle we would work super well, and it's very much like the English Napoli in a lot of ways, isn't it? You know, the fan base, the city, the kind of where it sits in the kind of the history of the league and whatever. And I know Napoli's the south and whatever, Newcastle's the north, but a lot of fun parallels I think there. So I could see that sort of, but why do you leave Napoli? Like really, why do you leave Napoli? That's the first question to ask. He's only been there like 2 seasons. He's not been there forever. So yeah, wee bit of DJing, and yeah, is this Unal? Are we able to This card cannot be transferred yet. Okay. Ife. Blockchain. Thought it was meant to be rapid, eh? But that'll be fun. We'll get that in. And yeah, we're looking at a fun wee 4-2-4. I've set the tactics. I've set the match plans. The set pieces. We've got base camp of the tactics set and locked and loaded. So now whenever I build any further tactics off of this default page here, I've already got the set pieces programmed, some general team instructions which I'll then tweak and alter for different formations and such. But yeah, we've got the base going. If you're any channel members here and you do have any players, I'm basically looking for backups or improvements on this formation. We can play if we've got we don't have any RM. We have no. We've got LMs. We've got a few LMs we can play. We can maybe go to 4-4-2. If we got a CDM in or something, we could maybe do like a 4-3-3 as well. Or if we got a cam, I would like some more CMs, some more strength in midfield if possible. A goalkeeper upgrade would be fine. The defence feels quite built. I think we have about enough attackers, and we have like a good level of first choice in these areas. But midfield needs some attention, and maybe if there's some other positional versatility it could come in, that would help us as well. Only reason is money. Yeah, Ben, that's probably a fair point. But yeah, okay. Like, yeah, it would need to be eye-watering. It would need to be highest paid player at the team kind of effort, wouldn't it? Ruben Diaz. Yeah, Doak again is going to drop in price. I'm in no real rush. Iraola said he needs to go for surgery. So, like, Doak is not a card I think I need to worry about the price of, or I'm in any rush to go and get it. He's not even get pictures, so I would want a special edition, and I can't even decide if I'm going to have one of them or not. So, yeah, no rush with Doak. He'll be out for ages. But he should make the World Cup, which is fine, you would hope. But, yeah, so if we don't get Doak, we'll have 3 in-season defenders, the goalkeeper, Christie, McGinn. So we'll probably need to play, unless we know Christie's going to start on any given match, double defence, Tierney Robbo, and then like classic Shea Adams or something. That means we don't get to use the McTominay without the in-season forward. If it is only one in-season card, maybe they do 3 and 2. I doubt it, but you never know. Maybe they do all 5 in-season. And if that's the case, I don't think there's many forwards, is there? Let's just look at the market. Don't really look at the market ever by nationality. There will be a classic mode as well, which will be fun for Scotland, so I've got a full team of them. In-season rare, yeah, we definitely want a bit of that. And let's do nationality, Scotia. Yeah, so Shankland in-season forward. He's probably going to be in the squad now after that Denmark goal. But you're then playing him to come off the bench probably to have a McTominay in the team. It feels like a team 2 move rather than a team 1 move. It is McTominay team 2. If you've only got one McTominay. Kieran Bowie was kind of half in the picture, wasn't he? But it feels like Shankland's kind of taking that role. Yeah, so probably need a Shankland in. I'm in no rush to get that either. Happy for me maybe get a wee crappy L5, pick up an injury or something. Yeah, I don't think there's... I would even filter by forward, but let's just double check that in case I've missed something obvious. I think we're this close to the tournament, nobody's going to come out of left field. Nisbet's been in the squad before, hasn't he? Again, you're looking at if an injury happened to like a Lyndon Dykes or a Shea Adams or something, maybe he gets into the squad or whatever, but it feels like, yeah, Shankland is going to be... He's going to have this role in the squad. Finisher of games and hopefully chances. Just started Sorare and watched some older videos on how to start Sorare. They're amazing, thank you. No problem, Ali. I'm glad they helped. So depending on how old they were, they might have been a little bit funny as well, perhaps just looking at the difference in the game and the way everything's laid out and stuff. But no, thanks very much. I've actually got a new MFL beginner video that should be out on Friday, the way things are lined up. Season 10 is right around the corner as well. Again, MFL have done a great job of sponsoring the content in the channel now for over a year. You know, we're into season 10. So, you know, it's been absolutely fantastic. And the beginner tutorial still, like, that's on the channel will still get you up and going, still tells you everything. But, you know, we've now got AI photorealistic images and so much of it is improved. Now, I'm going to reveal this card with you. We really want a special edition because he's Scottish. We've got a special edition Christie. We've got a special edition McTominay. Sadly, the Hickey and the Robertson aren't special editions. Maybe we'll look into doing that. He's... nah. Standard. Okay. Is what it is. Oh, is Harvey Barnes a forward card? See if Harvey Barnes is a forward card. He is. Oh, I think we might need a Harvey Barnes. Because Harvey Barnes thinks he might be Scottish. Did you see that interview that came out? Yeah, Harvey Barnes thinks he might be Scottish, by the way. Yeah. I might buy a Harvey Barnes. And then that kind of gets that budget Premier League thing really off the ground, doesn't it? Thanks very much, Laird. Just seen the message. Just seen the transfer's taking forever, but just send offer when I get a chance, basically, which is cool. And yeah, all good stuff. All good stuff. Yeah, so I think I'm going to make a wee list. We definitely are after a Barnes now, it feels like. A Barnes and a Doak. We've got the goalkeeper thing sorted. We've got defence. We've got 3 guys. We need a McGinn. And Shankland. Yes, that's my wee Scottish World Cup hit list. The more special editions, the better. But we're kind of limited with some of them. I know, but Graham, you never know. You just never know. Yeah, like, nice to have the card for when it's ready, you know. Because I think we tried to call him up before. We tried to call him and Elliot Anderson up. Elliot Anderson came up for training and then went, fuck this, I'm definitely not Scottish. It was just the vibe it gave off, wasn't it? Like, he did half a training session and then it was like, nah, man, I can't do this chat. I can't do this banter. And he left. And then it felt like maybe Harvey Barnes was just like, oh, yeah, it's probably not me either. But, you know, I need to fix this bloody curtain. It's blasting me with the sun. But maybe now, chance to go at a World Cup and all the rest of it. Doak's injuries pretty like Doak is the only fast guy we have. I don't think we would be turning our nose up at Harvey Barnes, to be honest with you. I would take him in the team if he's up for it. But yeah, someone else is losing a space in at the expense of somebody like that. But you know, like, I'm sure there's like a non-contributing player in the 23-man squad that it really doesn't affect. So yeah, I've not really got a problem with it overall. But yeah, if he's entertaining it, it's a forward card. It's cheaper than Shankland as well, and he's playing alright in the Prem, Champions League as well. Punches and bunches. We like Harvey Barnes. I've always been a fan of this kid since he broke onto the scene with Leicester. So that's a fun wee list. Yeah, I like that. So that's a wee 4-card hit list we've got for Rare World Cup. So we're getting right ahead of time on that one. I do, and then so Kelleher is kind of needed as well. Because then we could do Prem in season on our right budget and just see if we could get to streak 2 a couple of times. So Kelleher's getting a wee star around him as well. Whether or not Ireland go to the World Cup's immaterial. And do you not think it was a bit disrespectful? Yeah, so Ben said that. So let's actually, can we look at Scotland squad? Scotland squad. Let's see what the squad was last time. I'm fairly sure there's always somebody that gets in the team, like, doesn't get caps or doesn't really make appearances. 3rd of November. Yeah, so this is like at the beginning of the month. Ross McCrory. Hasn't he kicked a ball? Josh Doig hasn't kicked a ball, but I'd keep him in the team. Yeah, like McCrory for Harvey Barnes all day. Yeah, it's a 26-man squad, as Ben says. And was there any absentees from this team? Were we missing anyone big? I don't think we were. Gilmore didn't actually play, did he? So we didn't actually have Gilmore. But he is on the sheet, so he's not missing from the sheet. Lennon Miller's on this sheet as well. So yeah, like you could take Ross McCrory out of this picture, no problem. For somebody like Harvey Barnes. You could, I dare say, you could take out George Hurst. Never mind that it's a 26 squad. Jacob Murphy Ballon d'Or. Has he got? If he's got any Scottish relatives, we should be all over that. Wow. Budget Prem player, 12 quid. Ballon d'Or, Jacob Murphy. No bad, no bad. But yeah, I don't think he's got any Scottish in him, does he? We'd have heard about it by now, surely. It feels like we went through the Newcastle players' genealogy at one point with the Andersons and the Barneses. Although I think the Barnes chat did start when he was at Leicester. But yeah, I don't think there's a hugely defined entire roster of players. I think with a nation like England, for example, doing it definitely is like who you don't take can be really important. Whereas with Scotland, we're not really at that level. Where who we don't like, unless it was something mad. Like maybe Shankland would cause some conversation in some division because he's just that type of player. But for the most part, like there's nobody getting dropped from the Scotland team that you don't expect to be there. I'd love to take like Lennon Miller out of this equation and put Gold into it, for example. But yeah, it's maybe a conversation for another day. And I was thinking when I degen with this stuff as well, if I do get a duplicate, I kind of want them all to be animated editions as well. But maybe a different animated from the one I have, or maybe even the same. That could be fun in its own way. But I think this fourth team, I don't mind it being what it is, in all honesty, but to maximise this, I think we need to, when we see the opportunity, get a duplicate. No, I'm not going to do it now. I'm not going to do it even when the pay's out for the game week, the kind of £100 or something that will come our way. But when I come to build again, if I kind of feel like I really don't want to play Sadiq or Munoz, he actually started the game, funnily enough, so it was kind of funny that he was in a team. Then I won't. I'll play another John Martin, or I'll play another, Oyarzabal or whatever. So, yeah, I'm still kind of on that kind of mind frame as well. Don't need to do anything at Bundesliga. I'm quite happy. But yeah, Bayer and Pogba we're going to look at. Yeah, Bayer's 2Es. Beer. He's up to £27 now. £7 he was when we started doing this. Really should have just bought him, man. Double decisive, 73. Just a cheap forward. We went for a good forward in Aslani. But if we went for the cheap forward to go with the Julian Brandt that we crafted, it would have paid off. Now he's jumped in price by a wee bit. Quite a punchy score against a good team. He plays quite often, you know. He is good. We have seen it. I did say all this at the time. I should have just bloody bought him. A wee bit annoyed with myself. But yeah, something for another time perhaps. Let's look at Laird, see if we can go and snipe that Unal off him. Ooh, Jagusic. I don't think that works as well as the other guy, does it? Yeah, okay. Well, we'll leave that screen where it is. But yeah, Maxi Bayer was another little missed opportunity. And Pog back. It's happened. We did say it for the French Duo Connect. It was about to come back, but it probably wasn't going to work for that mission, that strategy. The Halloween edition Pogba is good. 44 points is nothing to write home about, really, is it? But we've been needing new Pogba cards for so long. He's out. He's back. 67 rare in seasons already available for Pogba. Wow. high frequency in season. 20 quid on auction at the moment. Let's have it on the sale tab. Is there any fun ones available? One of the Halloweens and one of the squares. I forget the official name for that one. They're priced at 50 quid. I would buy the celebration one. I think it's worth the design premium. The red squares one, I'm not as mad for. There's still 2 early accesses. One's in the vault. Takamine, are they a trader account? I'm not sure. I recognise the name. Jersey edition is owned by Takamine. Yeah, maybe it's a whale account. Maybe that's how I know the name. But there's only 5 animated editions. One of them's on the market. There's 2 of the squares. Wow, the fire one is the one to have, isn't it? But there is only one of them. That's quite cool. That's quite cool. I like that. That's the one to own, isn't it? That's the coolest Pogba on the platform, yeah. So yeah, early access. If you can get your hands on that, really good chance you pop it open, you get a special edition, eh? But one of the few even the Halloween edition, you take that into it. I didn't even filter Halloween there. How many of them was there? Because for everyone else, I'm used to it being a standard edition, but obviously for him, it's this Sorare Down Under crafted one, huge. Obviously, one's on the market. Yeah, I think the special editions that are on the market are worth the 50 quid if you're playing League One, or you're planning on taking Pogba to the World Cup, maybe. Oh, there's a thought. Pogba only turns up for World Cups, doesn't he? Is that what's going to happen here? Taka means the manager you see on Hulk screen leading the championship, on the home screen leading the championship comp. Maybe not this home screen, but one of them. I know what you mean, Mikey. Laird and Solana, love it. It's also a 20. Oh yeah, I seen that. Sorry. So yeah, fun moves for that. There we go. Had a wee invasion there, sorry. Had to sort that one out. But yeah, no, I'm quite buzzing. I see I'm quite happy about how the weekends. Oh, it looks like we've dropped some money. Or maybe we've not, I don't know. The last screen said 120. It's at 140 again. Yeah. I say I was just kind of messing about with this stuff. I kind of built through these. So yeah, I was also kind of at the point of thinking of that classic Ederson. And by extension, maybe an in-season Duran. And I was kind of looking at Borja Signs and I was thinking, do I still want you? We still want Gabri Vega, of course. And then, yeah, it kind of keeps him in the building, doesn't it? But yeah, so we've got some funds to kind of just double down with some stuff, maybe make a wee withdrawal. We'll see how much actually clips in and what we do or what we buy. But I think for the most part, yeah, we Kelleher, Ederson. Yeah, I've got some stuff too. Ederson and JD. Yeah, so I've got a little kind of 10 card hit list here. I'm also going to be trading out all my limited League One cards because like the promotion for them's over. I've got no need or want for them, and I hope the bots will take them as food. Maybe I'll look into a bit of that actually. So who did we have on the list there? Let's see if any bots are packing. The Pogba might not be a bad shape, but I've got no need for an in-season Pogba. What was the other thing we were just looking at? Bayer? Yeah, don't really want to do it for Bayer necessarily. That's not really fun. Let's look at Kelleher. Classic. Who's packing it? Bushbeck and Cross. Okay, so I'm probably not likely to get a deal. I can't say I know I would. Let's look at Ederson Classic. Ederson Classic. And then in that old Man City season, Pug. Nice. Yeah, so that could work. Let's have a peak limited. And then available. Lopez, Tovan, 26, 30. What's he listed for? 38. Yeah, so I could probably just about do that. That would maybe just about work. Right, so let's leave that page open. Let's go open another one. Ah, kids, man, what are you gonna do? Who else was on the list? Barnes and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not really in a mad rush for that unless we get the Kelleher, which wasn't anything else. Duran, what does he go for? Duran, we want an in-season. Don't think there's any good classic ways of using him. 25. No bots are selling. And would Shankland be worth it? I guess domestically he's really going to help me at weekends, isn't he? Santonio's got one. Interesting. Oh, there's a glitch ball one, but oh. Yeah, that would be fun. I don't think Cairnsey's going to do a trade the way Santonio will. Interesting. Yeah, still transferring. Yes, I think the Ederson might be a good move for that Liga and defence. I say Barnes, Doak and McGinn. Shankland are the other possibilities. Beyond even maybe just trading them for more Sociedad limiteds. Pug's got a McGinn. Pug has a McGinn. Which I can buy anyway when Ederson would be a fun trade. Unal we're going to get. And then if I have Kelleher Classic, then we're kind of off to the races with those kind of main depth improvements. Or are they depth or are they just frivolous? Whatever they are. And then all that's left from this little kind of is the JD in season. Shankland, Barnes and Doak. Yeah, I think that'll be the move. So I'm going to try and trade for that Ederson. I'll probably buy that McGinn when the game week pays out. And same with a Kelleher, because I don't think those Kellehers will trade me, will they? And Ederson. Yeah, so let's try and trade Ederson, right? So in season, I don't really care if it's in season, but just try to filter it down. So Abilene, that gets us to 36 and a bit. So yeah, probably just giving them the France team really. Try and keep the Saganikov. We don't need to include that in this deal. Don't care about the live lineup. No, I don't even want to do that because. No, let's try and do it. Let's see if we can get this to work. So I'll get a wee bit of collection bonus, and then that'll give me more possibilities to. Why have I got 4 notifications on one of these tabs? Oh, because I've probably just cancelled that team. That's probably what's happened, isn't it? I did all my common missions today as well, and I got I did the Guardial. I got a Yamal as well. I got the mission and got Yamal unlocked, which is good fun. I didn't actually set any common lineups for this weekend though, which is Solana's even slower than Busquets, says Mikey Baston. Yeah, I've got no idea. I think this was an ETH trade, wasn't it? So I think it's an ETH chain thing. Again, we'll get when we get paid from the thingy magoober. We got gun. Yeah, I think we're kind of fine with everything now. Yeah, I like this little wee swath of guys we're maybe going to pick up, just reinforce some of the ranks we've got here. Maybe get that wee funny. But so I think with the Premier League thing, like if we can get all those cards to pay for themselves, then we'll be taking the Scottish ones to the World Cup. You know, like let's go for it. So yeah, I think that's kind of maybe the angle we take on that. It's fun having special edition ones as well when possible. Robertson, I wonder if he's in Hickey. That's something to maybe check for. Again, what's the point of having in-season ones if you can't get the cool ones? Yeah, none on sale. How many does he actually have? 1 left on early access, which I don't even know what to think about that. And then there's 7 that are animated. My entire gallery is for sale. Interesting. Fire one's cool. Wayne Rooney owns that one apparently. Yeah, the fire one's the coolest, isn't it? Yeah, I think I gave up on that one before and I can see why. Let's double check wee Hickey boy. Only 57 rares for Hickey. Remember we seen Pogba? He had 67. Funny little distribution detail there. 2 early accesses, which, yeah, again, kind of whatever. Only 3 animated, which, again, yeah, unlikely to be sold. And then the jersey edition. Yeah, again, I think I gave up on this as well. For a good reason. But yeah, that's funny. We've got a wee hit list of guys. And I think, yeah, John Duran is one. If we get that Ederson in. So what I was thinking is the way I've got this little Fenerbahce collection set up is I can play double defence and double forward quite well. But the problem is I don't actually have enough forwards to do double forward all the way into two lineups of only Fenerbahce. And the alternative to that would be going double defence and double midfield. But I look at the midfielders, and Yuksik is okay. He looks like he's scoring pretty well. If I can find it. I've got no problem with him. I think he's actually quite nailed. He's very Callum McGregory, you know, in terms of just he'll play all the time. His L5 looks pretty minging, but internationals have ruined his L5. He's actually got a really good L10, L15, if you look at that. And I don't mind him, really, but I think from paying attention to Fenerbahce for the last month or so or whatever, it's very clear that John Duran is... They've spent so much money on him. They pay him so much money. He's going to be coming into the team. He's a big Colombian striker playing in Turkey. It's kind of hard to imagine he's not going to score a couple of goals, you know. So I'd rather add him in than a kind of McGregory type guy. Who, yeah, is going to play all the time. Doesn't really get many decisives. Can bring in the AA that makes him worth having, doesn't it? But you guys know me, I like goals. I want decisives, especially in the forwards. And a Colombian striker, like, I don't need many excuses to get behind a guy. Not been John Duran's biggest fan, but he's in my collection. He's in a collection I could get, and yada yada. So, yeah, that'll be a bit of fun. That'll be a bit of fun when we get that over the line. And then, alongside Celtic, with all the options I've got with them and all those spare pieces, we're hopefully increasing. Like, we've already had a limited team go out there and get to the second streak and fail. But ideally, like, that limited setup could be streak free capable. And then we're really yielding on all angles. Hopefully some divisional payouts as well. But yeah, we hardly knew ye. Let's see if we can get a wee Ederson Classic in their place. That would be fun. Because yeah, like this could be double striker. Like, that could be Arkatoglou in here. And then again, this team, I could have the Semedo over here, but I would need a striker. And we've got classic Ederson, in-season Ederson. Yeah, that's kind of the thinking on it. I was actually thinking over the international break as well. I think it was when I was listening to Laird. I don't know if I would be against actually buying Porto defenders. They're kind of the best thing about Porto. And I've kind of got two of the just players for fun, vibes players, you know. But I probably won't do that now. The way the Celtic defence is shaping out, and same with Fenerbahce. But yeah, nice wee haul, nice wee, hopefully a couple of quid. Essence wise as well, I've got just under 1,000 in the bank. We'll get another 2,500 rare. I'm not sure how long I'll save my essence up for. I'll maybe go until, yeah, we get a challenger midweek, not too far away. And who's playing in it? Who's playing in? So not this coming midweek, but the next one. We have Scotland only. So maybe after the weekend. Celtic Dundee. Mitov, we've got 5 keepers. Bain, we've got 7 keepers. Yeah, we're going to be cool. Is it just Scotland only? Yeah, this will be fun. This will be a fun game week for me. I can feel it. Yes, I'll probably craft cards going into December then. Yeah, end of November I'll do it. I'll craft up. So yeah, that game week ending the 2nd, which is a weekend. Yeah, so after this weekend I'll craft. That's what I'll do. Yeah, he's good, Yuksik, you know, and watching him, he's like a very, he looks like a guy that would be very Matrix friendly, and when you watch him, he is. He plays all the time, he's really nailed. Now, Talisca's just a boss, man. Doesn't matter if he's starting, it really doesn't. You just play him. If he's going to have a good game or not is another matter, you know, but it doesn't matter if he's starting or not, as long as he's going to feature. AA from the bench, AA from the start, decisives from the start, decisives from the bench, you name it, he's done it. He's got it all in his locker. And so I think I'd rather have him than Yuksik. And I'm not going to pair him with Yuksik, you know, because he's kind of boomer bust situation, isn't he? So I'd rather put him with maybe like the fullbacks, expecting one of them to pop. Classic Ederson, and then like John Duran is like the striker. I like end the series, but I think he's going to get kicked out. And I think Duran could catch fire like an Osman does or something. It could be wildly successful. And then I could mix about the double forward situation in Team 1 with Skriniar, Asensio, and whoever else is going to be there. Yeah, I know. Okay, man, I know Celtic's fixture is very bad, but stick together. If there's going to be something good come from it, they might get something here. But I've went, yeah, full Fenerbahce for 2 teams essentially, but I've played Shaqiri and Palma Classics to kind of boost them a bit. or to maybe help them out. So I've got 2 spines, which I quite like. We couldn't quite go to 3 on that one. And then Giacomakis is playing a decent game. I used him as a classic there. I just kind of thought, why not, to be honest. Again, this deadline's really late, so you can wait and see some news coming out beforehand. And even in my top limited team, I just used as minimal Celtic as possible. Tried to use some other cards that may have some good fixtures. So yeah, good weekend. I'm hoping for a big midweek as well. Fenerbahce have got a great game. Catching Feyenoord at a good time. Confidence is shot. Well, it's a good game, I think, if we do try and sucker punch them. You know, we do go into it. It's good to hear that, Mikey. I'll probably include that in my... I'll need to get a real skinny on them then. Be good for the preview. Oh, jumping jimmies. It's been a long weekend. In a good way. But yeah, even Big JD could come into this. Because this deadline's later, so I could buy him after the deadline and slot him in somewhere. Yeah, I could just slap him right into this team. Porto against Nice, I should go alright, shouldn't it? But I'm not mad for it. Lost £400, wow. With my Ueda, I just wouldn't have thought that, by the way. Robert Perez is asking if Hearts are starting to fall off. The answer is no, to be honest with you, because like Hearts have lost 1 game. They've drawn 3. 2 of those 3 draws they have got in the last 4 games. They were never going to finish the season undefeated. They were never going to be invincible this year. So, like, it's just natural. And the points, like, they lost away to Aberdeen. They drew at home to Dundee United. They drew away to St Mirren. These are not shock results for the most part, you know. So it's just part and parcel of the course. Derek McInnes himself said he would judge it after 2 rounds of fixtures, which would be match day 22, is when he's happy to talk about this stuff. And you can see why he's got that mature, seasoned approach, because he knows 1 round of fixtures doesn't mean much. Can you go 2 distance? Can you go 2 fixtures deep and stay in the mix? And if you can, then there's a conversation to be had about title credentials and all that. I think they're second. I've been saying they're second since May. I've been worried about it. I'm not going to say that's went away. It's certainly lessened that we're playing each other quite soon. But and if rumours are to be believed, Wilfred Nancy's release clause from Columbus Crew goes down massively as of the 1st of December, and that's when he'll become Celtic manager, which means his second game will be Celtic Hearts. His first game should be that Dundee match we just looked at a minute ago. So yeah, he would take charge for Dundee. Like, he'd come in on the 1st, take Dundee, and then he's got Hearts. And then Roma, then a cup final. Maybe the cup final. Is that a weekend, the 14th? It must be. Yes, it is. So I'm actually going to change my crafting plans. I'm going to craft that Friday the 12th, I think. We'll get the midweek payout from playing the Dundee team. Nancy's first game in charge. Or no. What am I saying? The 11th, it'll be Roma. We won't be winning anything at Roma. Will Fenerbahce be doing anything, I wonder? I might maybe look into that a bit more. Unal jersey number. How fun is this, by the way? Thanks very much, Laird, for facilitating and brokering the deal. Very much appreciated. I couldn't believe I seen he come off the bench and scored. Fucking love Venice Unal, by the way. Yeah, that's a good one. You got your tail 11 days ago, still that missing that Jurassic. Aye, we'll get McGinn after Thingmate. We've sent a trade offer to Pug for the Ederson. The hell, this has changed. Where the hell is... I could go here and go to offers and stuff. Where the hell... Where the hell do I go to my offers now? That's transactions. Ah, okay. So you click on that. Okay, so that offer's still with Pugster. This is a fun page. Yeah, we got there. Thanks for the help, Graham. Appreciate it. Oy, oy. Okay, I'm not too sure what else I was going to scratch around with. Kind of looked at the wee mini shopping list I've got for right now. Kind of hope that Ederson deal would go through, so if we would feel like we accomplished something today, you know. Yeah, we got the Unal, we got the gun, which was cool. I already got that in the mecha, obviously. And we're just chatting about, yeah, I guess all the budget pieces. Yeah, JD Kelleher is what I'm looking at next. I'm going to have a wee peek while we're on this little topic for a minute, just before... Is MLS not open? Interesting. Is MLS open here? The playoffs not been drawn yet or something, maybe? I was just wanting to see how the prize pools were looking, but I guess it's not populated yet. Has the whiteboard been retired now? Yeah, the whiteboard is... I've got no... I actually have no idea what that whiteboard is right now. Either one of them. I think we had 3 maybe at one point, or 2 at least. Yeah, I've got no idea where they are. They could be in storage. It's not impossible. They could be anywhere. I actually was by the studio yesterday. The kids were on a play date, and like the thing they were at was like an industrial unit, and inside it it's like scaffolding and crash mats everywhere, and they like get them to like climb stuff and jump off stuff and whatever in a controlled way, and teach them to fall and do cool moves and whatever. And it was right next to the studio, so I went for a bit of a walk, and like the windows are they're not blacked out, but you can't, they're above head level anyway at the street, so you can't like look into the place, but you can kind of see a wee bit. And I had a right ponder around the place and tried to look in. I don't think anyone's been in it since I left, which really saddens me. I thought I got on with the landlady quite well, and if they're not going to get anyone else into it, why would they not just let me stay there for nothing? Might be a bit selfish, you know, but it's just what I thought. If nobody else is going to be in it, then why would you just let me stay there? Cut the rent down a bit, you know. Anyway, I went to the shop. The man was really happy to see me there, which was cool. Don't know how we got into this story, but I guess long weekend was something I mentioned before. The whiteboard, of course. But yeah, there was definitely no whiteboards on the place. And there was some cool racking in the place. I think that's been ripped apart, sadly. But Youngster. I do quite like this little Fenerbahce collection. I've got that jumper, and my wife and my mum have been ripping it out of me something rotten, telling me I never take it off. You need to dry clean it, so I've just kind of been like... Must stink of fag something rotten, man. cigarettes. But yeah, I need to get it dry cleaned and buy something else. I was going to buy something else actually. I seen a New York jumper I'm going to buy. It's quite cool. It's not got a hood or anything. I'm normally quite a hood-centric guy. But I don't like this Ooster Wild. I don't think I'll ever buy him. And I say I wouldn't mind one of these guys, but yeah, I'm not bursting. Yeah, it's only really going to be... I like Szymanski, but he's not quite cheap enough for me since he's not playing. And yeah, the big JD. Celtic collection, I've only really got that. I've only really got Scales, I think, missing now. I need a Sinisalo and a Vickers just for how cheap he'll be, but yeah, that's it really. It's almost completed, which is lovely. We're in a good spot. And the results are following. The results are backing it up, which is great. If we just hit the in-season filter, that little Porto free card play with the lesser forgotten Pedro Lima. 70 points a card, man. That was some promotion for collection building. Borja Signs must have been secondary market. But look at that, between those free cards, 190. Have they got their 90 days or their 30 days? Yeah, they do. 30 days. They'll all have it, won't they? I know, he's 2 days away from it. So he'll go up by... Oh, so they're all the same. Brilliant. So, 210. So I kind of need to buy one more Porto card, don't I? Bednarek and Kiwior. Bednarek is 20 quid. Yeah, I think I'm going to add Bednarek to my list. Bednarek. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Unless we see somebody else. Four-hold. Four-hold's probably the guy, actually, isn't he? Like, why have a Porto play and not have four-hold in it? Or Samu. Samu's so much more expensive than JD. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Rodrigo Mora is meant to be a prospect, a prodigy in the making, isn't he? This is limited again, so we can't really go on that. Kind of cheap though now, but I don't think he's got the scores to back up even the price he's at currently. But yeah, Bednarek's nice and cheap. I guess there's a lot of defenders in this region. Kiwior's quadruple the price, just seems weird. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else to kind of... Hanley McGrath. Yeah, these are both fun, how they've both happened. I didn't mean this at all. I actually kind of thought about looking at Jesper Karlsson again. Because again, it's a player I'm a big fan of. I'm surprised he's... Kiskinen got the goal at the weekend. Karlsson... What did he do? DNP'd. Yeah, ouch. It's not going to help his price, is it? I do like Kiskinen. Very undervalued, by the way, at £4 for a rare in-season. Is Jesper Karlsson worth more than the rest of the team put together? Maybe not quite. It's maybe not that far off. And yeah, I don't know if I've got another in-season collection to birth in me, if I can say that in such a way. A wee bit of Salzburg rookie action, but might not go amiss. Kjaergaard, remember he was so expensive early season. Gluck would be kind of fun, but again we can't even really use him in the region, I suppose. Musa Yao, I liked him when he was breaking through. Is he fit again? Yeah, nobody else is really... Let's have a look at this guy for a second. Yeah, he is back. Yeah, coming off the bench and stuff. He's not fully back, is he? But he's getting there. Pretty cheap. Again, they're about to take a break, aren't they? So no rush with these guys. I think they might get a wee bit cheaper. If market credits come back around, could be a guy to look at as our boy Dorgalez, obviously. It's over at Thenner now. Terzic is kind of fun at 8 quid. Liner was ripping it up early season as well. He was really smashing it early doors. Maybe I'm exaggerating. I thought he was... Yeah, game week 1, look at that. Game week 103, 1, 3 and 5. We stairway to heaven there. And then, I don't really know what's happened here. But it's just disappeared, doesn't it? interesting one. Kjaergaard, I think, a good play. Cheaper than Fourhold. Are they both in this? Oh, they're both the same nationality, by the way. Kinda feels right. Kinda feels right. Ciao. Good to see you, my man. Butland Aaron led to go. Oh, gutted. Didn't realise any of that tap. I didn't even, who were you playing again? I didn't even know what the Rangers score was at the weekend, by the way. How did I see that? I've got Max Adams. Let's look at him. You beat Livy. Oh, the penalty thing. I seen that. I seen all that stuff in the aftermath. Oh, your boy Fernandez reappeared. That's funny to see. Quite SO5 friendly lineup there, isn't it? Or did they not get a real error led to go, maybe? I got his error led to go removed. 430 points I finished on. Oh, and you didn't put Boyle up top, and you had no striker in this Rangers team other than Miovski, who you wouldn't have played in the top lineup, of course. Stevie May, 84. Jesus Christ. How did that happen? So yeah, I've got this guy from Valencia, don't judge me. Lucky to not draw. Yeah, I'm sure. Schuster, he's got some good scores. He's cheap. What's this guy's deal? Young Austrian. I think somebody pointed that maybe I've seen this guy recently doing gallery reviews and stuff. Wee bit early, but this guy could be somebody. This is going to become a meme, isn't it? The Jersey Mint Unal is just going to be in perpetuity forever, isn't it? Yeah, limited. I think Road to Glory wise we're kind of up to speed with where we're at. I might do some moves, but I'll do a video about that rather than live hanging out with you guys just now. We've not had any more MFL guys come in this stream, which is fine, but we will be probably doing an MFL stream maybe tomorrow. Then we'll really put a bit of a drive on to get some more players up. Yeah, so we've got the squad built, but we need to, we don't want to finish 4th again, or 3rd and get hammered in the playoffs. We kind of need to look at the league now, work the spaces out of the league. Some of the other big hitters are out. Vitali is here. That name just makes me think it's Vitality. Sorry, it's Laird's pal, but I don't think it is. Team Diamond. We want to smash these guys this year. We want to smash them. So we need to get the community lineup together. And yeah, I might be back. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow for a wee bit of midweek deadline action. Maybe we'll just get some of the lineups done from Sorare Inside and kind of cross-reference some of the stuff. We might have heard back about this Ederson. And maybe Unal will be sorted. We'll see about that. Yeah, awesome. Just trying to think if there's anything else to kind of go through. I was kind of everything we did there was kind of what I was after doing. And yeah, I won't be pulling. Have we got cards? I don't think we're on for cards anymore. We had some card rewards. Nah, it's all gone. It's all essence now. Yeah, so we won't do anything for rewards this week. We'll keep some essence for a big crafting session in about a week's time or so. Nice, Alexis. Or Alex, sorry. I started MFL using the trial team for Season 10. Built a decent team using loans and bought 2 players. Lovely. If you're still needing players, I've got some guys of that level that you can have for whatever the deals are. You can even lower them if they need to be. Don't really care. Like all these guys that are like Flint division level, like feel free to reach out, send me offers. You can have them. They're all good guys. I can vouch for them. They're all good lads. They'll fit into the changing room well. But yeah, we'll catch up with that properly tomorrow, and we'll get into a little pattern and a rhythm for the week. We've got Champions League tomorrow, Europa League on Thursday. Tons of action everywhere. But yeah, thanks everyone who tuned in today. Really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope the scores, if you've got any teams still left to run, if you've got any Opta adjustments, maybe the Duo Connect things will come in for us with Eredivisie maybe. and one or two other bits and bobs. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. We'll do a wee midweek deadline show for tomorrow afternoon, and we'll have some MFL content in and around the afternoon, the evening time as well, as lots of other content out throughout the week. Have a good one, everyone. Thanks again, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.